Hey guys, this is Greg Beast. Welcome to another Beast Lab. This week I'm going to be reviewing the X Factor Real Rep Pro from X Factor Lacrosse. These guys designed something that's pretty cool. It's from the Syracuse Lacrosse family. It's the preferred training device of Ben Williams from the Face Off Academy. For every Face Off guy, one of the things that we can't always get is somebody to take reps with us, obviously. And from my standpoint, I believe that feeling impact on a clamp is one of the most valuable things that you can get when you're training, whether it's on by yourself or with a partner. So what we do at our FOA events is we always have guys take dummy draws just to get warmed up so they can feel the impact. So what do you do when you take a dummy draw with your friend? You have them tilt over the ball, they'll say down, set, go, and then you'll practice your clamps and your motions. The Real Rep Pro gives you that option. It has a banded device here. You can have these nuts right here, can bring you up or down, make you higher or lower depending on whether you're facing off on grass or turf. And you can put any face-off head in here. And for guys who have never dealt with this piece of equipment before, when you train for a guy, say you're going against a guy who's gonna have a duel and you have to get used to facing off against a duel. You can slide a duel right on here. You'll have to cut out the entrance part of it, the insertable throat, but you can still slide it on top. If you're gonna go against somebody with a legacy, any head, you can slide it right on here. It's got an octagonal portion there that you can slide the head on, and then you can angle it however you want. It could be a very deep clamp. It could be just like a barely over top of the ball. You could even tilt it back if you want to get used to going against somebody who's got a little bit of a rake. But the cool thing about this is this banded device wraps around so you can actually do a true clamp and go right through it. So when I clamp through this thing, I can either do a shallow clamp or I could go all the way around. Okay, I think I get a full power clamp out of this and it'll wrap right around. The band, obviously, the further you drive, the more tension you get, and then it'll pop back into place. It's a very sturdy device, solid metal. And then the only thing that I would say about this that maybe you might not be crazy about is I would like to see these spikes. These spikes are awesome. They keep it in the ground. But my grass is kind of long right now, and the only reason this works is because the grass is a little bit longer and it's able to settle. I tried this on turf and it wasn't that successful for me because I like to use a bit of a plunger, and this came off the ground a little bit, so when I came up like this, it would slide a little bit on me. So, what I would recommend to guys is if you get this, I've talked to a bunch of people who have it, they love it. Some kids have actually bolted this into their garage floor, which I think is a pretty cool idea, and it can be done. But I would say if this came with longer spikes, that would probably be awesome, because then you can really stick it deep into your grass, and then you can play with it with your backyard, and it would probably be pretty useful. But either way, if you can get this thing to stick into the ground for you, it's very, very valuable because you're able to clamp against different types of tension. You can even double band this if you want. I don't think it's necessary, but you can. And like I said, you can put any head you want on this thing. So from a training standpoint, being able to clamp through the impact, say maybe you are plungering, but you're noticing you're leaving the ball behind, okay? You can take the FOA app, you can video yourself, and maybe you'll notice that when you clamp through, you're pulling and you're stepping back this way, or maybe you're dragging and the ball's staying back, and it can help train you to start pro hopping right through this thing, so you clamp through and pro hop to pull the ball out. So, you can use this device however you want, but I would recommend that you take a look at this, see if you can find these guys at one of the shows or the tournaments. Check out their Instagram, X Factor Lacrosse, and see if you can get a hand on one of these to mess around with it a little bit, because I highly recommend it. I know at the FOA events, I bring it a lot of times for guys who mess around with it. But like I said, from a training standpoint, it's valuable, but I would like to see longer spikes in it so that it can stay deeper into the ground and that you can really crush it. So if you guys want to check it out, go to X Factor Lacrosse on Instagram. This is the Real Rep Pro. I'm a big fan of it. I like what the guys are doing over there. They're looking at it the right way, and it's designed by face-off guys for face-off guys. So anytime you have that situation, you're usually in good shape. But I think that you could take the rep strap and you'd have tension coming from you, and then you can go up against tension from this, and you probably have the best of both worlds if you're training by yourself. So it's a device that I recommend highly because it gives you a very true feel to a face-off, both neutral grip and on a knee. Okay, so there's the Beast Lab for the week. Real Rep Pro from X Factor. Check it out.